Top story tonight, President Trump. He called for unity tonight in his first State of the Union address as polls show the country is, however, divided.
And he challenged Republicans and Democrats to work together on immigration reform and infrastructure. KCAL9 political reporter Dave Bryan has more on the president's speech tonight. Dave.
Yeah, and ironically, a poll taken tonight about the reaction to the poll on this speech of unity showed that the public is very deeply divided about it. There were loud cheers throughout the president's address, but reflecting the deep divisions in our society today, there were also some audible boos when President Trump was outlining one of the 4 planks of his immigration plan. And there was plenty of pushback from Democrats after the speech. Among the issues that got attention were immigration and infrastructure.
Tonight, I call upon all of us to set aside our differences, to seek out common ground, and to summon the unity.
President Donald Trump opened his first State of the Union address with a plea for unity at a time of great division and hostility. The president called on Democrats to join him in approving a plan to rebuild the country's aging infrastructure.
I'm calling on Congress to produce a bill that generates at least $1.5 trillion for the new infrastructure investment that our country so desperately needs.
But he prefaced his immigration plan with an extended monologue defining illegal immigrants as workers who are taking jobs away from Americans and gangsters who are killing Americans.
For decades, open borders have allowed drugs and gangs to pour into our most vulnerable communities. They've allowed millions of low-wage workers to compete for jobs and wages against the poorest Americans. Most tragically, they have caused the loss of many innocent lives.
And President Trump put a bright spotlight on the mourning and suffering families whose children were murdered by an immigrant gang.
6 members of the savage MS-13 gang have been charged with Kayla and Nisa's murders.
As cameras zoomed in on the crying parents to make his point about illegal immigrants. San Bernardino Congressman Pete Aguilar, a Democrat, invited Leticia Herrera, who's a dreamer from Southern California, to be his guest at the State of the Union address. And she was not happy with some of President Trump's language about immigrants.
In my community are hardworking people like me who wants a better future.
And when the president focused in on his immigration plan, there were boos at one point.
A single immigrant can bring in virtually unlimited numbers of distant relatives. Under our plan, we focus on...
Massachusetts Congressman Joe Kennedy III argued that this administration is creating turmoil and anger across the country.
A government that struggles to keep itself open. Russia, knee-deep in our democracy. An all-out war on environmental protection. A Justice Department rolling back civil rights by the day. Hatred and supremacy proudly marching in our streets.
Now, more than a dozen Democratic lawmakers, including several members of the Congressional Black Caucus, boycotted the speech to protest President Trump's words and actions. But a CNN phone poll taken after the speech tonight indicated that 48% of those who watched it said they had a very positive feeling about the speech. Now, that's higher than the president's latest job approval rating, which was at about 40%. Elsa, back to you.